Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Thank you for joining me for this episode. I appreciate you if you've watched all 6 other episodes. I know it's a lot of viewing, but hopefully you're having as much fun as I am. Also, we've got Twitch here. We're live streaming this, so all you guys on Twitch, thank you very much for joining me live. And let's continue where we left off with finding out who dies next. If I remember right, we are looking around for what's new. So let's see what's new. Oh, and as I explained to the Twitch guys, I'm now explaining to you guys who are watching on YouTube, if you hear background noise, Ruby is just doing some stitching, just doing some sewing, so and she's almost finished, she says, so thank you for your understanding. But life must continue, as they say. It's oob tube, not boob tube. Hey look, you can run backwards. Oh, we can't go down there. We don't really want to go down there either. The store. I'm sure the exit hasn't opened. There's the nurse's office. I know this was already open. It's back to how it was before. This must be Monokuma's doing. Anything else? There's the Gaim. Let's go upstairs. Maybe another floor will have opened up. I know I could probably just teleport up there, but I wanted to see. Yeah, nothing else has opened up on this floor. Let's see if there's a 5th floor. I'm pretty sure there was another floor. That's the way down. Okay, hold on a second. Let's find where everybody is, shall we? There goes to the 2nd floor. Ah, there is a 4th floor, okay. So we run all the way around here. Go down here. And instead of going left, go right. There's the 4th floor. So now we have access to the 4th floor of Host Peak Academy. Maybe this time we'll find some kind of clue. Listen. No! This time I have to find it. A data lab with a Monokuma picture behind it. What? Rattle, rattle. No, good. The door's locked. I guess I won't be getting in here. According to the nameplate, this is called the data center. But what's behind the door is a total mystery. So congrats to those who won the beer raid at the beginning, by the way. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of them. Who's here? I'm glad this door got opened up and all, but there's a ton of locked rooms up here. It looks like all the rooms are locked. Nobody in here. Let's have a look. Ooh. This is the office? But of course there's no hint of any teachers that we'd normally be able to rely on. Huh? There's a picture on the floor. This picture. What? Celeste, Ifumi, and Sayaka? Smiling faces of three people who are dead now. A classroom without metal plates over the windows? It's exactly the same. It's just like the picture I saw before. Bless you, Ruby. There is no way this isn't important somehow. They're smiling the way you'd expect any normal teenager to smile. Just a normal group of high schoolers living a normal school life. I can't possibly believe they were able to smile like that in a world of despair like this. So does that mean this picture was taken before they ever came to Hope's Peak? Which would mean everyone in the picture knew each other before they got here. Including Sayaka. No, there's no way. Monokuma did it. It must be fake. You're fake. Monokuma popped out of nowhere and snatched the picture out of my hand. A forgery plot? What are you, a middle schooler? You think the moon landing was faked too? Come on. Then you're saying this picture is real?
Hey,
If there was such a thing as a Nobel Truth Prize, I'd take first, second, and fourth place. Actually, that's probably not true. I asked you a question. Is this picture real or is it fake? Oh, Makoto, you're so eager to split things in half, aren't you?
Hey,
But it's no use. It's just no use. If you try to split something that can't be split, you'll end up feeling like you're the one being split.
It's true.
The picture's real. No more, no less. Without another word, Monokuma disappeared. So the picture is real? It's really real? If that's true, if that's the case... There's a flare on this. Somehow it makes things feel much weirder. Monokuma coin. Oh. More coins. Yay, coins. Hey, KV, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. What's up? Haven't been here in a while. Haven't had any extra time due to school and work. Lamp, my friend. Welcome back. How have you been, sir? I hope life has been treating you well. I have missed you, sir. I haven't seen you since the 24-hour stream. Well, welcome to episode 7 of Danganronpa. Ah, the power of Photoshop. Yep. Oh, is this the headmaster's office? It is. The nameplate on the door says headmaster's room. The headmaster's room. There must be something worthwhile in there. Huh? The door's locked. Damn it. So the headmaster is locked in. Don't worry, Lamp. You've been getting your monthly meads, and I really do appreciate your support, especially with the fact that you haven't been here. I really appreciate it. You absolutely were not expected to continue to support the channel, but I appreciate it, so. This is the music room? It's hardly even a classroom. It's more like an actual concert hall.
Hey.
You know, you haven't told me what you think yet. What I think about the secret room in the boys' bathroom. Ah, well, I did find the secret room, but as soon as I started looking around, I was attacked.
What?
Attacked? By who? Well, they came from behind, and I didn't have any time to react, so I didn't see who it was. And when I came to, the mountains of files and documents were all gone. I'm sorry. I know how important those were.
That's fine.
It's okay. I already saw what I needed to in there. And I half suspected the mastermind might come after you. What?
Because...
When I discovered the room, the mastermind must have seen me on the surveillance camera in the hallway. They must have seen me go into the boys' bathroom and not come out again. Still, I wanted you to go and see it. I wanted to see how the mastermind would react. Well, thank you, man. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. Lamp, by the way, seeing as you're here now, and you have hit the 4-month mark, sir, please make sure to PM me an idea for a keeper, and we'll add a keeper in your honor. You can even name the keeper. Like all the little keepers that pop up around the screen, they're subscriber keepers. Well, actually no, most of them are mod keepers, because I wanted to give the mods something as a thank you for how long they've modded in the channel for me. But the rest will be subscriber keepers. So please, if you have an idea of a little keeper guy that you'd like, let us know. Even if it's based on something else. Crazy Tony's is based on the Joker from Batman.
It would seem...
Actually, it's from the Joker from Suicide Squad. But to actually until everything in the room, that must mean there was some unknown clue in there that could reveal the mastermind's identity. Then, you knew I was going to get attacked?
That doesn't matter.
You can handle that kind of thing, though, right? After all, you're a boy. What does she think a boy is? Fine, I understand. Then let me ask you something else. Do you know about the note that was left in there? The note that said, you must not leave?
Just a second.
We shouldn't have talk about that. Not here. Kyoko stole a quick glance at the
I
surveillance
guess I can
camera.
forgive you this time.
I didn't say no. Oh my goodness. Darn you, Anna, you're going to ruin this, aren't you? Let me mute Anna a second. There you go. Anna's not listening anymore. I'm looking into it. If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Listen to me.
Is that okay? She made it sound like she was asking, but it was clear I wouldn't have any say in the matter.
So then...
So now, it's your turn. Let's hear your secret. Huh? Did you think I wouldn't notice? You're hiding something.
Am I wrong?
That's...
What?
What's the matter? If you're worried about the camera, why not just write it down? Well...
Hey.
We're friends, so you should be able to trust me. Isn't that what you said before? You're right, that there shouldn't be any secrets between friends, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend when you don't have evidence for it. Oh, do we tell her or not? I say we tell her. I'm gonna tell her. I haven't found conclusive evidence yet. If I talk about it now, it could just make things that much worse. Friends shouldn't keep secrets, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend. Oh, gosh darn it. Alright, fine. Don't tell her. Sorry, I can't tell you. Not yet. Yeah, it wasn't a choice. It gave us a choice, and then it crushed our choice.
Correct.
So, that's your answer.
However...
But do you think that's fair? You were happy to hear what I had to say, but now you're unwilling to share? I tried to tell her. I'm sorry. I really am.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. With those departing words, Kyoko left me standing there alone. I think I made her mad. Oh, I tried to tell her, it wouldn't let me. Is this a grand piano? It seems really old. I bet it's worth a lot of money. Of course, without someone around who can play it, it's totally useless. I know, right? It's like, you got a choice. Oh, no you don't. Never mind. Your choice is truly no choice at all. There's a 5th floor, which means there's gonna be another murder. To the chem lab. Inside the room, the smell of medicine was oppressive. So this is the chem lab. I hope inhaling all this stuff doesn't do permanent damage. Sakura's lost in conversation with Hina. I need to find out what's going on with Sakura and the mastermind, but I can't while she's with Hina. What is it, Makoto? Did you need something? No, it's nothing.
So then.
Really? Well, okay. Hina and Sakura seem to be lost in in a deep but friendly conversation. I need to find out what's going on with Sakura.
Hey, Makoto.
Okay. I guess we can't talk to them yet. It's a remarkably big shelf, and it's stocked with all kinds of medicine. Ah, listen, Makoto, listen. Just take a deep breath and calm down and listen to me. Okay, Hina, just chill out. There's all kinds of stuff we didn't have before. Vitamins, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, creatine, and what? They even have protein enzyme X? Well, what's that? A high-quality protein drink. It's nothing like that cheap swill in the warehouse. It's connoisseur level. Oh, yeah? This is amazing. It's a gold mine. Oh, my prayers have finally been answered. Time to load up some more prayers, then. A gold mine, huh? I've already taken a good look at things around here. There's a lot to think about, but for now I should head back to the dining hall and talk to the others. To the dining hall! See, we're here. Not long after I got to the dining hall, the others began to trickle in. And after a few minutes... So, is this everyone?
Well then.
Okay, let's discuss what we all discovered. Yeah, good idea. She's probably still mad. Kyoko? She's ignoring me.
So,
Hey, Makoto. Does Kyoko seem upset to you?
That's right.
She is, isn't she? She's totally mad. Yeah, it looks like it.
What's your deal?
I bet it's your fault, isn't it? You must have done something to her. This is bad. Metal sheets have been attached to all the windows on the 4th floor. None of them budged an inch.
In other words...
Budged an inch. Just like everywhere else. Escape from the 4th floor seems unlikely. That was to be expected, though. Alrighty, Lamp. Thank you very much, sir. I will check it out now. To make sure I don't miss it. And also, don't forget that you also have access to all the rooms on Discord. I know you've been away a little bit, so I figured I'd remind you. Not that you necessarily need reminding, but... Let me grab that message real quick. Alrighty, Lamp, I will get on that. Absolutely. As soon as... let's see, I'm off work Thursday, so I'll see if I can work on yours and Stupid Francis's, because I've still got to do Stupid Francis's as well. I found a couple of rooms on the 4th floor, but they were locked. The data center and the headmaster's room. The headmaster's room? That sounds like exactly the kind of place we'd find some clues. We can somehow unlock the door and get inside.
But...
Who cares about a stupid lock?
how about that?
Should be no problem for the world's strongest missing link to knock down one measly door. What was that? Huh? No, please, continue. Did you say I've got the nicest butt on the block and the curviest hips in town? Is that what you said?
What the heck?
Hell no, I didn't.
Hey.
Then what did you say? Because I know you weren't talking about tearing down the door to the headmaster's room. Knocking down your headmaster's door? What kind of war on education are you trying to start here?
Your teacher had such faith in you.
That's my room, you know.
Pay me.
It is now, anyway. And you're thinking of busting it down? You seriously don't want to piss me off. You have any idea how much bacteria lives on a single bear claw? No. I was just kidding. Please don't get mad. I'm not mad. You're totally mad.
This is kind of depressing.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to add a rule for this, but if you're gonna go around having those thoughts, I have no choice but to add to the school regulations. Seriously?
Too bad.
Breaking down a locked door is prohibited. There. Now, there's a rule now, you jerks. The new rule has been added to the regulations menu. Is he gone? Ooh. Man, I was scared for my life. I was sure he was going to kill me for serious.
Well.
But if he would go out of his way to make up a rule like that, there's no doubt that something important must be hidden in the headmaster's room. But now it's a rule, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
There was a big shelf in the chem lab on the 4th floor. It had all kinds of chemicals and stuff.
Okay.
And there was an all-star cast of nutrient additives and supplements. You should at least go take a peek. I highly recommend it. I think you and Ogre are probably the only ones interested in stuff like that. Oh, but it's not all good stuff yet, though. There was medicine and health stuff, but on top of that, there was also a bunch of different poisons. Poison? They were all labeled clearly, though, so it would be hard to grab one by mistake.
It's true.
Still, we better make sure we're careful around there. And we probably shouldn't tell Byakuya or Toko about the poison, right? Yes, Lamp, I am absolutely going to be checking out that game. You have no idea how much I want that. That's awesome. It's going to be a fun game to chill out and play and talk and build a transport network.
Huh?
What do you mean? Well, just in case, you know what I'm trying to say. Just in case, yeah, I think you're right.
However,
it's Byakuya. It won't be long before he's discovered it for himself. But to put something as dangerous as poison right out in the open, that's absolutely the work of the mastermind. So, has everyone said what they need to say? I think so.
You're serious?
But it looks like nobody found any clues at all, let alone a way out of here. I haven't been this this depressed since my house burned to the ground. Someone, do something to cheer me up. Can I say something?
How about that?
It's because my dad was smoking in bed. No. I have something I'd like to report. So, you guys all remember, right? You remember when I found that picture on the 3rd floor on the other day?
Perhaps.
You mean the one that showed Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon all together, right? Yeah, I remember. What about it? Well, I found another one. Another picture almost just like that one. Another one? But this time the picture was of Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. Huh? And they were all smiling. And the classroom in the picture didn't have any metal covering the windows. So the picture of Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon wasn't the only one. Now you found one that had Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka? But how can that be?
Conspiracy!
Monokuma must have faked it, but if the picture is real, then everyone who was in it, there would have to be some kind of hidden connection there, don't you think? Some deeper truth that we just don't understand.
What?
Can't be. It's a fake. But Monokuma said it was real. I know we could just write that off as a lie, but...
So
then you trust Monokuma's word over the people who have died? Huh?
because...
That's what you're saying, isn't it? No, that's not it. I'm shocked. You told everyone how we should believe in our friends, but you refused to do the same. That's not... What's going on, Kyoko? Why are you getting so emotional? I don't understand why she's so angry.
Hey, come
on, guys. Stop fighting. Or all your good luck is going to float away. Anyway, Makoto, you're thinking about it too much. There's no way Monokuma didn't fake that picture.
Of course.
He's just trying to confuse us. You shouldn't listen to anything Monokuma has to say. You might be right, but still. Are you still conflicted?
What?
It looks like you guys have stopped playing nice. Yeah. You all have the same sunken look on your faces. You were all so ugly before. You shouldn't let them sink any lower. When I look at you, it makes me think of a frog sinking into a pile of manure.
You know?
Sorry.
Just a second.
Why are you apologizing?
What the heck?
Leave us alone. You're not a part of this.
That's right.
That's true enough. Your problems aren't mine. We are, and always will be, completely separate. So whatever's causing your faces to turn so ugly has absolutely nothing to do with me. And if I happen to discover a vital clue, it won't concern you in the slightest. It wouldn't concern you in the slightest. Huh? Did he finally just say something useful?
Hey.
Yoki, what have you been up to?
That's fine.
I don't mind telling you. Perhaps forcing your lazy brains to get to work might do some good.
Such ignorance.
I was in the bath. What else would you like to know? Today's lottery numbers? He was taking a bath. Is he saying he's been taking and talking to alter ego? Did he tell him something? Maybe we should all go take a bath. Ah, good idea. A mixed bath?
Okay.
A mixed bath. If alter ego really did tell me something, I wonder what it could have been. Mixed bath! Woo! Wait, that's not how it's supposed to come out. I wasn't supposed to sound that excited. My bad. When I got to the dressing room, Toko was sitting alone on the bench, the laptop in front of her. Toko, did you decide to come hear what alter ego had to say too?
What's your problem?
I already heard it with the master. With master. You don't have to keep saying it. Anyway, so what are you doing right now? Shut up. Stop bothering me.
How about that?
Get out of the way. We have to talk to alter ego.
Wow.
No, I made a promise. A promise? Master told me to wait here, so that's what I'm doing. What are you, his dog? If it's what Mensa wants, I'd do anything he asks. You just love being mistreated. Well, fine. If you really want me gone, by all means.
What?
Hey guys, what's going on? We'd like you to move. Sure thing, just kneel before me and beg. First a mega masochist, now a super sadist. Toko? Seriously, I'm asking you nicely to let us use the laptop.
What?
Didn't you hear what I said? I told you to kneel and beg.
How about that?
Come on, Makoto, give her the old 1-2 combo. 1, drop to your knees. 2, beseech. Why are you acting like you're not part of this? I was as desperate as I felt. Finally, I did kneel in front of her and I said, please, I'm begging you. Will you please let us use the laptop?
Oh, I'm on fire!
Such an ultra-miraculous feeling of happiness. All my pent-up anger at Master for abusing me is evaporating. So even you realize it's abuse.
Hey,
That should be enough, right? Hurry up and let us talk to Alter Ego. Okay. Let's talk to Alter Ego. She wants that. Everyone, come closer. I already told Byakuya, but I was finally able to crack open all the files that were on this laptop. Sorry to have kept you waiting.
correct.
Just what I thought.
See.
Finally, the time has come. I'm starting to get kind of nervous. Felt the same way, resting on the keyboard, my hands had started to shake.
Just a second.
Move. The single word was like a sharpened blade. Wounded, I moved to let her take over.
So then,
Here we go. Kyoko began typing. The words appeared as fast as I could read them. Can you tell us what you found out?
Leave it to me.
Sure. Analyzed the files and extracted all the useful information I could find. And one particular important fact I discovered was that a certain plan had been put into effect here. To isolate the students of Hope's Peak Academy and create a communal life for them. That was the stated goal of the plan. But it was meant to be more than just a normal school life. The students were intended to live out the rest of their lives here. That's...
I see.
It's exactly the situation we found ourselves in. It's quite unthinkable, isn't it? And what's more, the one who came up with the plan was none other than the administrators of Hope's Peak themselves. What? Wait, hold on. Then the reason we've been imprisoned here, it wasn't the work of some psycho freak or criminal organization or whatever.
No way!
It was the school itself? That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that?
just a second.
I don't think Alter Ego is finished. Perhaps we should hear the rest.
That's right.
It seems that the reason they devised the plan was because of what happened 1 year ago. This is how they described that event. They said it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. What does that mean? Yeah, what kind of name is that for something? Otherwise known as the tragedy, it was apparently some sort of devastating occurrence. Because of the tragedy, Hope's Peak Academy was forced to discontinue its role as a school and close down.
I see.
I see. Things are finally starting to make sense. Are they? What this means is 1 year ago, this tragedy took place. And whatever it was, it forced Hope Peak to shut down. We just said that! And from there, they decided to use the school as a kind of staging
That's
ground.
right.
They planned to sequester the students here, where they would live out the rest of their lives.
So,
But why would Hope's Peak administrators want to shut everyone in like that?
Hey.
And what could this tragic event have possibly been? In a flash, Gyoku typed their questions into the computer, and the answer we got was, sorry, I don't know. If that information was ever on this computer, it's gone now. I'm totally useless. I'm sorry. And that's all he said. Then, is this really the end? We get halfway through the answer and that's it?
Indeed.
It would appear so. Disappointing. Oh, wait. There's one other thing I forgot to mention. I think it might be important. I believe it has to do with the mastermind. The mastermind? Kyoko's fingers moved even faster than they had so far. Did you figure out the mastermind's identity?
sorry.
No, that I still don't know. But I did find a clue, I think. The one leading Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It is possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
The headmaster?
The headmaster is here in the school?
Okay.
Then that's got to be the mastermind. I mean, Monokuma's been calling himself the headmaster, right?
Perhaps.
Which makes the real headmaster that much more suspicious.
Serious.
But if we break down the door to his room, we're dead, right? So what are we supposed to do? I'll find a way. No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster. She has changed. Completely. Look at her.
No matter what.
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on?
I
I can't explain why, I just know that I have to find him. She has to? Kyoko, what's going on with you? When she heard about the headmaster, her reaction was almost violent.
So then.
We should see if Alter Ego has any more information. That seemed to be her attempt to regain her composure, and she started typing again. Did you learn anything else?
sorry.
I'm sorry, that's everything I found. All the information on this laptop seems to be pretty old, so that's all I can do from here.
Sorry.
I'm really sorry. Then it really is all over. Wait. Alter Ego seems to have more to say.
So,
Well, It's kind of a different topic, but I was wondering about something. I haven't seen Celeste, Fumi, or Taka since yesterday. A heavy silence fell across the room. The only sound was flat, precise clicking of keys as Kyoko typed. They're all dead. What? I see. Certainly I knew this was a possibility, but
Okay then.
it really happened?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. There's no point in me getting depressed over things I can't do anything about.
Anyway,
Well then, I guess that's it. That's it, a simple phrase that held so much meaning. She began typing again. You've done your job, thank you. I'm done? I guess I am, huh?
Okay then.
Then maybe I'll take a little rest. I'm kind of tired. Goodbye, everyone. See you later. With that, the laptop entered sleep mode.
I see.
So Ultrigo did everything he could.
indeed.
We won't have to talk to him all that much anymore.
But
But I feel kind of sorry for him.
But
Feel sorry, but he's just a computer program, right?
well,
I know, but still, he did everything he could for us, you know? I mean, yeah, it did, but that's what a computer program is designed to do. You don't tell a computer good job every time you shut it down, do you? Well, no. But when we talked to Alter Ego, I guess I just didn't see it that way. I know what you mean, I feel the same way. Hey, come on, it's just a program. You can tell the difference between a program and a friend, right? But you know what the difference between us and that program, really?
Huh?
I started thinking about how you would differentiate a person and an AI. Ultra Ego isn't human, I know that. It's just a computer program running on a computer. But it's the same. I couldn't help but think of him as our friend.
that's right.
Yeah, he's no different from us. He's still our friend. I think maybe I understand where you're coming from. Then there's no problem calling him a friend. After all, the more friends the merrier, right?
how about that?
Check this out. Friendship has no survival value. Instead, it gives value to survival.
So
anyway. Don't anyway that. It's a totally smart and cool thing that I quoted from I don't remember where.
hey,
Anyway, there's nothing more Alter Ego can do to help us. As such, his role in this is over. Am I wrong about that? No,
just a
but...
second.
And frankly, I question the ease with which you decide who is and who isn't your friend. Do you really mean that?
Wait.
The story's gotten off track. We should go over what Alter Ego said one more time. Yeah, good idea. That's what the Host Peak staff think.
What?
Why are they making us kill each other? Alter Ego said that what happened 1 year ago is what started everything.
Well,
Yep, he said it was the biggest, most awful, most hopeless event in human history, right? It must have been a huge incident, whatever it was. But did something like that really happen a year ago? I don't remember anything happening that you could describe that way. What about you guys? I don't really watch the news, so...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, nothing comes to mind.
Anyway,
That event led to the closing of Host Peak.
very least.
If nothing else, it must have had some kind of connection to the school. Maybe all the students here were killed or something.
However,
That kind of catastrophe would have been all over the news. At least one of us would remember that. Then, maybe they covered it up. That would explain why none of us knew that the school had been shut down.
I see.
Totally covering something up like that? I suppose it's not totally impossible.
What the heck?
What's wrong with our government? Our taxes pay their salaries. They should be handling stuff like that.
anyway,
Maybe. But right now there's only one path open to us.
so
We have to find the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. We have to find him and make him tell us everything.
no matter what,
As long as we can get our hands on him, I think. Kyoko. When she said headmaster, I got that feeling again. But even that is a problem not so easily solved. Yeah, you're right.
so then,
Well, our business is done here. So for now, we should get out of here. Oh yeah, good idea.
yep.
Then I... Is it really that dusty? Oh no, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not guarding it. You're gonna be so mad at me. Let's avoid getting involved any further. Good call. But as we left the dressing room, someone was there waiting for us. My heart is pounding away. It's pounding with anger. You're not so mad about the whole breaking into the headmaster room thing, are you? Oh, that little matter doesn't matter, even a little. And I'm a little jealous of you guys enjoying an indecent mixed bath, but that doesn't matter either. It's building. I feel it building.
I'm really angry.
My head's about to boil over with rage. Don't get angry. Here, let me help center your chakra. It's this on the walls of your brains, okay? When you do something to me, I do it right back. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. Fang for a fang? Be careful, you just chanted the incantation of devastation. No, it's just a saying. Oh, I see. What's he talking about? Here we go again.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime.
Yes, it is.
Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Looks good.
Correct.
So it's nighttime. What does everyone want to do? Celeste was the one who suggested a nighttime rule, but she's gone now. I think we should still avoid being out at nighttime. I know it'll make me feel better that way. I agree.
It's true.
Very well then. In that case, time for bed. So everyone headed back to their rooms. Monokuma's parting words left me feeling anxious the rest of the night. Once I got back in my room, I got lost in thought. What we'd heard from Alter Ego kept on spinning around and around in my mind. The administrators of Hope's Peak had planned all of this. They did it because of the tragedy which had happened a year before. And apparently the headmaster is the one behind it all. The mastermind. All these mysteries make me worried. But I still have to try and unravel them, bit by bit. I'm sure the road will be long and tough, but I don't have any other choice. And we're back to Monokuma Theater. Let's talk a bit about where I was at before I became a bear. At first, I was at a total loss. I just had no idea what I should become. A lady in our tech support department suggested I try being a shrimp. She was like, "Oh, the company's been trying to push for this forever. It's a really incredible offer." But as she laid out the details, it turned out it wasn't a tiger prawn like I'd hoped, but a little popcorn shrimp. That's totally tiny. I would have been the world's smallest mascot. I like eating shrimp. I don't want to be one myself. Plus, someone might come along and step on me. So then the lady totally started laughing at me. She was like, "You think you can do a tiger prawn on our budget?" So ultimately, I decided to become a bear instead.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma.
Interesting.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
Wasn't it just? It was the deepest backstory ever. Ooh, beer raid, guys! First things first, I need to head to the dining room hall. Yep, dining hall. Good morning,
Hey,
Hina.
Makoto.
Morning. Hey, so yesterday you were kind of cool. Huh? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know, when you said Alter Ego was your friend.
So,
I was thinking the same thing. But when stuff like that happens, I never know how to say what I'm thinking.
You got it.
So I'm really glad you said it for me. So, thanks. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're usually like totally normal, but when the time comes, bam, you bust out your special power. I mean, even before yesterday when stuff comes up, it's like you always do something about it. Even before yesterday, are you talking about the class trials and stuff? I mean, that stuff is just... It just kind of took care of itself, you know? It totally didn't. With your power and Sakura's and everyone else, I'm sure we'll get out of here. Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay.
I am right. Alright? Now that we've got that fighting spirit, let's go get some grub. She's right. Even if the road is long, if we don't keep on moving forward, we'll never reach our goal.
What do you want?
What do you want? Well, the breakfast meeting.
That's enough.
You honestly expect me to go? Right. Oh, as long as I'm here? I should ask Byakuya what he made of the stuff Rodrigo told us. Actually, no, I'd better not. The surveillance camera would catch us for sure.
What?
So, well,
Goodbye.
huh. He's gone. You suck, Byakuya. I don't like him. He needs to go next. Sorry. I shouldn't say that, but he does. As I entered the dining hall, the first thing I saw was her. What are you staring at? Oh, Toko.
What's your problem?
What? You think your eyes will rot just by looking at me? Fine, then
Heck?
don't look at me. I think he's just surprised to see you at the breakfast meeting is all. Indeed, it's been quite a while since you joined us. Yeah, what made you change your mind? Byakuya said he likes a girl to have some meat on her bones, so I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna force it down into my stomach. I'm gonna eat until I drop.
Okay.
I refuse to lose. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, other than that, it looks like Kyoko isn't here.
You know?
Oh, he said she'd... Oh, she said she'd come by later. Later?
You know?
Yeah, after you leave. She's not even trying to hide it anymore. I know, I said she wanted you to show some backbone, but you didn't need to show her that much.
Just a second.
You're dirty, Makoto. Dirty. President Dirty of Dirtland, yeah. You don't understand.
Just the worst.
You're the type who makes the stairs of love 3 steps at a time, aren't you? I'm telling you, it's not like that. Shut up already, Hina. You've been running your filthy mouth like that all morning. Filthy? Me? Don't make me repeat myself. I'm not filthy. It's no use denying it. We can all see how disgusting you are. Shut up. You and that lusty body of yours. Oh my god, she's drooling. Night after night you go out for your illicit club meetings. Hey, knock it off. I can't deal with dirty stuff like that. Your midnight sex extracurricular activities only put us in even more dangerous.
Please.
Stop it. You'd like me to stop, wouldn't you? Your sweaty hands gripping the big fat chalk tight. What the hell? This is getting really weird. Going for all that extra credit, your screams are like screech of a violated blackboard. And oh, it's amazing. Indecent ideas are coming to me one after another.
Bastard!
So would you rather have your black eye on the left or the right? You tell her, Sakura. Hey? Sorry.
Hey, come
So
on.
leave Toko alone. She's gone a little funny from all her pent-up frustration.
You know?
Anyway, you and Kyoko need to make up already, you know? Yeah, I know. I mean, of course I want things to get better as soon as possible, but with everything that's been going on, I haven't had a chance to talk to her about what I saw. Before anything, I need to talk to Sakura about it. Family friendly, yeah. Yeah, apparently. Sorry, don't hit me. Don't hit me. You want to hit someone, hit Master. Please hit him. Oh, please let me watch you hit him. I think it's best if we stay far away from her. I kind of agree. Sakura? What is it? Can you make some time later? I was hoping I could talk to you. Ah, now Kyoko's dumped him. Makoto's trying to win Sakura's heart. Are you in heat, Makoto? Don't care who they are as long as they've got the right equipment.
Just the worst.
Watch out, Sakura. Makoto's transformed into a wild beast. Prime Minister Wild Beast of Beastopia. Why is this happening to me? Grazie. Can I talk wait till tomorrow? I'd like to get some rest today. For some reason I've been feeling worn down these last few days. Huh? Are you sick? Did you get hurt? No, nothing serious. I've just had some minor aches and pains. Huh? Is that... It must be because of that battle. But it must be pretty bad if you have to go rest. Are you sure you're okay? I'm sure a protein shake and some sleep will get me back on my feet.
You got it.
That's true. Protein is good for all kinds of stuff.
Hey.
You guys like worship protein. It's like you're God or something.
Okay.
Makoto, I don't know what it is you want to talk to Sakura about, but save it till tomorrow. She's in pain. Yeah, I got it.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
You know?
Well, for now, let's eat. Eat? I'm kind of nervous. Oh, uh-oh. Ah. Sorry, dropped the mic. My bad. Hope that wasn't too bad, headphone wearers. Huh? How come?
What What's your problem?
Because I don't usually eat in front of other people. Ever since I was a kid, I'd eat by myself.
What the heck?
What about your family? Oh, well, yeah. I used to live with my dad and mom my mom.
Huh?
You had 2 moms? What? That's just how things were. That's like a serious issue. Just let it go. You're asking for trouble getting involved with her more than you have to. How dare you speak to me with that disgusting mouth of yours. Stop saying stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. If I don't, Kyoko will never show up. Pretty miserable situation, man. I scarfed down breakfast as fast as I could and immediately headed back to my room. Free time! I'll have to wait till tomorrow to confront Sakura about what I saw, but in a way, I'm kind of relieved. It takes a lot of courage to stand face to face with Sakura and accuse her of something. Who are we going to talk to? Decisions? Decisions. All the cute ones that Mr. Awesome liked are dead and or turned out to be male. It's true. Nobody on this floor? Nobody on that floor? Oh, they're all going to be on the 4th floor, aren't they? We could talk to Hina. That's true, we could. Where is Hina? Hina is in the music room. I don't think we spent any time with Hina, did we? Pushing on him doesn't help. Smacking him doesn't help. What the heck is up with those things? Oh, sorry. I'm talking about the metal plates covering up all the windows. Oh, I know. We should try grabbing the top and yanking down on it. Can I talk to Hina for a while? Yeah, go on.
You got it.
Want to do some stretches with me? I followed Hina's lead and did some elaborate stretching. Hina, I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Hina a present? Yes, definitely. Let's find what we have. Coca-Cola, potato chips, Sonic cup of noodle, everlasting bracelet, Max gloves, glasses, bunny earmuffs? No. Well, maybe the cat dog magazine, I don't know. Chin drill? Oh man, this is the only problem, is choosing what? Maybe Mr. Vasswall? She's kind of sporty, so why not? Let's try that. A baseball-shaped velocity measurement machine. Throw it to measure your speed, but don't throw it at a wall. Thanks, I'm super stoked. That means she liked it? Oh man, oh man. What's up?
Okay.
I'm getting totally fired up. What? How come? How come doesn't matter? Now that I'm revved up, I need to let it out. Let's race. I don't think it's a good idea. I wouldn't stand a chance anyway.
That's right.
Really? Well, I don't mind a solo run. Well, hold on. You always seem so excited,
What's
Hina.
your deal?
Huh? Hey, are you making fun of me? No, I'm just impressed. Really? I used to know this one guy. He was always like, Hina, you're like super spaz. Super spaz? Yeah, like he'd see me wearing shorts in the winter and he'd say stuff like that. But if you lose to the cold like that, it just means you weren't dedicated enough. Wow. You did stuff like that and didn't get sick?
You got it all wrong.
Getting sick is for the weak. If you're really dedicated, winter means even lighter clothes. It's all part of your training. Training, huh? So, like, are you the type who gets sick easy? Actually, yeah. See? You're soft. You need more training. Okay, I got the perfect remedy to keep someone like you fit as a fiddle. Huh? What kind of remedy?
Yeah.
Actually, I do this myself every morning. You just strip down to your waist, then take a dry towel and start rubbing down your bare skin. I call it, what do I call it again? A way to keep healthy by stripping down and rubbing a towel across your skin? Let's take a shot. Towel treatment? Something like towel
You
treatment?
got it.
Oh my god, yeah, that's it! I love going out of my apartment balcony, stripping down and feeling like the wind on my skin. God, it feels so amazing. I never let a morning pass without getting in a good rub down. Wait, so you went out on your balcony and stripped down? And you were okay with that? You should give it a try. If you haven't got your health, you haven't got anything. I'd hate to see you catch cold or something. Ian's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. Your maximum number of skill points has increased. Hey, look at you go. After being introduced to a unique sickness prevention method, I went back to my room. I don't think that works. I have plenty of time. I don't feel like just sitting here. I should go somewhere. Let's see if we can find what's-her-face and... Well, no, you know what? Let's go... Who should we talk to? I really don't know. Oh, we can't. She's in her room resting, so you can't go... Well, I don't know. Maybe we can. Apparently you can go to Sakura's room and talk to her. Damn, you sarcastic in-game narrator. Hey, Borg. This is Danganronpa. This is a murder mystery game where basically kids are stuck in a school. We're in free time right now, so we're getting to know people. I don't think we ever hung around with Sakura yet. You guys should press the doorbell.
I'm sorry.
I'm not in the best condition to talk to you right now. Can we do it tomorrow? Yeah, okay. So we can't hang around with Sakura today. Let's see what else. Let's go talk to Kyoko. She's in the dressing room of the dormitory. Let's see if we can find out what on earth is going on. There she is. Go away. She won't even look at me. I guess she doesn't even want to see my face. Okay, so we can't talk to Kyoko either. Huh. How charming. Who else is there then? I guess we'll find Toko. Why not? You said school, but that guy is a 27-year-old pump medieval martial arts specialist or something. That wasn't a guy, Borg. That was a girl. Oh, if Byakuya is inside the warehouse, she's outside the warehouse. Yeah, told ya. There she is. Genocide Jill. What's up? You want to go on a murder spree with me? It's a really good idea to hang out with Genocide Jack. Why not?
What?
You want me to kill you or something?
Totally
You're not even
not
close
adorable.
to getting me heated up. The time I spent with the murderous fiend was almost valuable. Did I just get a little bit closer to Genocide Jack? Why not? That is what? The person in the hallway in a dormitory? How about sure as tears? What the? You sure? I'd be happy to take it off your hands. Does that mean she liked it? The one in the dormitory was actually a girl. Yes, Borg. That was Sakura.
Attention! Attention!
Uh-oh, what?
Please gather in the gym as soon as you possibly can. Quickly, 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 quickly!
Uh-oh, what's that all about? He made a special announcement to ask us to come to the gym, and he's sounding pretty serious about it, too. Uh-oh, what's going on now? To the gym! The music gets all serious. Monokuma's up to something again. To the game. more incentive, I think, to kill. I know what it is. You're the last one. Everyone else is already inside. Aren't you going to go in?
However...
I have a bad feeling about this. More than just a feeling, probably. Monokuma did call us all together, after all. Sakura?
Well then...
Makoto. If something happens to me... Hina. Huh?
I'm sorry.
No, never mind.
So then...
I'm... Who would ever believe in someone who doesn't believe in themselves? Sakura? Everyone must have heard the announcement, and once we were all gathered at the gym, it began. There he is.
Well?
Okay, let's get the show on the road. You're about to give us your next motive presentation, aren't you?
That's right.
You got us all together to present another motive, right? Is he right?
Huh?
We have to go through this again? No, not again. I can't take it anymore.
I see.
I'm impressed by your level of dismay. You finally see just how low on the totem pole of life you really are. No. No. That's not it at all. We're not here to talk about motive.
Today,
The reason I gathered you all here
black.
is so that I could get rid of my grudge. Your grudge?
Why?
We have a grudge against you, of course, but I don't recall you ever having a grudge against us. I told you yesterday, didn't I? An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. Stop beating around the bush. Just tell us what you're talking about. Well, Byakuya, you've already told everyone how one of you might be working as a spy for me, right?
Come on.
Yeah, so what about it?
In other words,
Well, today I'd like to tell you about that spy. What?
hey,
So, guess what? The spy is actually Sakura Ogami. He said it so openly. It made it sound like it wasn't that big of a deal, even though he just revealed a huge secret. What? What did you say? Said the spy is Sakura. What are you talking
you're
about?
a liar.
There's no way Sakura's a spy, right? Sakura? Sakura? And I might just make Sakura fulfill the promise she made sometime soon. And if she doesn't, I can't be responsible for what might happen to the hostage of mine. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. What you guys choose to do with that information is up to you.
Thrills, chills, kills.
Roast her, boil her, kill her. Don't kill her. Whatever.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, he said it better than I could. And just like that, he was gone. Finally, I understood what he had been talking about. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. In other words, betrayal would be met with betrayal.
Huh? What the heck?
So, what does that mean? Is it true? Has Ogre really been spying on us for the mastermind?
Insane.
What are you saying? There's no way. But that is what the stuffed animal said, right?
Wrong.
Well, he's
You're
wrong. There's just no way.
Hey,
Well, Sakura, if he's wrong, all you have to do is tell us.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't tell you earlier. What? That he was being serious for serious. Ogre's been working for the mastermind.
I'm sorry.
So you've been lying to us all this time? It's not true. Sakura was probably being controlled. There's got to be some reason. She didn't have a choice. She was just forced to do it. Yeah, I'm sure Hina's right. The mastermind probably threatened her somehow. And Sakura had no choice but to do what she was told. What? You're talking like you know that for a fact. Because I do know it for a fact. Because I saw it. I saw Sakura and Monokuma fighting. And that's where I heard it. Monokuma mentioned a hostage a second ago, right? And during their fight, I heard Sakura say she decided to fight against the mastermind.
I see.
You saw all that? The mastermind took a hostage, so you were forced to swear loyalty to them, right? But in the end, you made up your mind to betray the mastermind.
What?
Which means Sakura isn't our enemy. She's a friend who we can trust beyond question. Is that it? Ridiculous. Do you live in some sort of alternate reality fairy tale?
Impossible.
She was the mastermind's tool. You absolutely cannot trust someone like that.
Impossible.
He's right. We can't just believe whatever she says now. How can we even be sure she really did betray the mastermind? Maybe this is a double bluff, and she's still doing exactly what the mastermind wants.
What are you saying?
Sakura would never do that. Oh, then Sakura, if you really have cut ties with the mastermind, tell us who they really are. Well,
I'm sorry.
sorry, I can't. Even I don't know that.
What?
You don't know? That just makes you all the more suspicious.
Please!
She's telling the truth. You have to believe her.
Don't make me repeat.
Shut up. I'm not finished questioning now.
Come on.
Next question. What's this about a promise? What did the mastermind order you to do? I was told to kill one of my friends. It suddenly felt like the temperature in the room had dropped 20 degrees. The weight of those words.
I see.
I see. So even now you've taken aim on our lives.
Wrong!
You're wrong. I'm telling you, Sakura would never do that. You don't have to yell. We can hear you just fine. Don't you have an inside voice?
That's terrible!
It's because you're not listening to me.
Wait.
Please stop. You don't need to defend me anymore. I have to take full responsibility for this.
However...
How do you intend to do that? By destroying the mastermind. What? I'm going to challenge them. Even if it means we both go down, I will defeat them.
I'm sorry.
That is how I intend to take responsibility. Hold on. What do you mean, if you both go down? Hina, I'm sorry I didn't tell you about this. What?
I'm sorry.
I didn't know what to do. I went back and forth about confiding in you again and again, but I was scared. I thought if I told you, you might think less of me.
But...
Sakura.
I'm sorry.
Sakura turned away from us and left the gym, and then...
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Well, it's nighttime. We should all go to bed.
No way!
Hold on. This whole thing with Sakura
Don't
is
make me repeat myself.
over. She's our enemy. There's nothing more to discuss.
That's terrible!
No, Sakura is not our enemy.
Why?
Why? Why doesn't anyone understand her?
What?
What is it you think you understand? You didn't even know who she really was.
What is this?
That's...
Calm down.
Let it go for now, Hina. Talking about it isn't going to help anything.
Why?
But,
Anyway...
go to your room, cool down, and we can continue this discussion tomorrow. It was the worst. The mood at the end of the night was just the worst. Being in such an awful mood, we were honestly glad the day was over. No one yet, Mr. Awesome. It just got revealed that Sakura was the spy. There you go, Sakura is the spy. Monokuma just told everyone before we had a chance to talk to Sakura. She's the traitor. Bayaki says Sakura is the enemy, but he's wrong. She's not my enemy, she's my friend, without a doubt. But what can I do? What can I do to make everyone believe in Sakura? How? As long as you're human, there will always come a point where you wish you could do things differently. Even a baseball player in the major leagues. Even a soccer player touring Europe. Even a famous singer who started her career as a backup dancer on a sketch comedy show. She makes a brilliant debut, but instead of going for more, she marries some third-rate actor and retires. Every human has regrets. Has things they'd like to go back and change.
I don't, because I'm a bear.
Yeah, because he doesn't, because he's a bear. The thought must be unbearable. Sorry, that was terrible. My bad.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
Right, get ready to greet another beautiful day. In Murderland! I'm worried about Sakura. I need to hurry up and get to the dining hall. Charge! Oh wait, it's Kyoko. Talk to us, Kyoko. Notice me, senpai. What? Why you look at me like that? Kyoko, good morning. Wow. Ignored. Is she really that mad at me? But actually, it's not just Kyoko. Ever since Monokuma summoned us last night, the atmosphere around here has gotten really heavy. I can almost feel it looming over us, weighing us down. Well, nothing else. I need to patch things up with Kyoko as soon as possible. What? Yes, I said no to me senpai. I did. Because I'm a bear. Yep. Makoto, are you okay? Huh? What do you mean? You were late, so we were worried about you. What a dullard. Toko, Byakuya, what are you doing here? They're taking refuge here. Refuge?
Such ignorance.
Don't make that stupid face. We have to protect ourselves against the Mastermind's tool. The Mastermind... Are you talking about Sakura? Oh, darn you, Mr. Awesome. Good job. He quoted me. The unbearable. That's when I finally noticed. The only one that wasn't in the dining hall was Sakura. Huh? Where is Sakura?
Stop talking.
All I know is, if she were here, I wouldn't be. The only reason I went out of my way to join the rest of you was as a safeguard against that threat. Threat? Why? Why do you hate her so much?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? Because this makes things unfair. Unfair? The game should be fair to all players. The existence of a spy for the Mastermind upsets that balance.
What the heck?
That's a stupid reason.
What
Stupid.
did you say?
This is a life or death game, is it not?
That's terrible.
It is stupid. You're a stupid idiot.
Hey,
Before you go too far into your argument, maybe you should stop and think things through. Why did the Mastermind reveal that Sakura was the spy to us?
What the heck?
They were getting revenge on her, of course, like Monokuma said, an eye for an eye.
however,
That may be part of it, but that's not the whole picture. Revealing the fact that she was also meant to serve as the next motive the Mastermind wanted to give us. The chaos and confusion born from suspicion, the hatred.
in other words,
This right here, the fighting, the bickering, is the trap the Mastermind laid for us. Knowing that, will you still stand there and argue like children? That's not what I'm trying to do. It's just, I mean, how can I get you guys to believe in Sakura again? If she really can beat the Mastermind like she said, that'd go a long way in my mind.
What are you saying?
Idiot! You'd really ask her to do something that so dangerous? What if something terrible happens to her? Wouldn't matter. What? If Sakura were to die, that's one less person for the Mastermind to control. I have no problem with that. Hold on, Byakuya. In fact, if she did die, that would settle this entire issue, wouldn't it? It would put the whole problem to rest.
What the hell?
Oh! Oh, Hina slapped him.
You disgust me. You're a monster. To say something like that, it should have been you. You should have been the one to die.
What?
I should have died? Interesting. Then are you planning to take care of that yourself? Go ahead, try it, if you dare. That's how it works here, after all.
What is this?
You think I can't do it? Hina, calm down.
that's right.
That is exactly what the Mastermind wants, and it's exactly what Sakura doesn't want. What's wrong, lost your nerve? I'm leaving. I'll be in my room. Trembling with anger, Hina ran off. Yeah, I love that knife. I was like, you tell her, Ruby. That stupid cow, how dare she? She should die 1,000 deaths. No, 1,000,000. She was just another hysterical little girl, hardly worth my attention.
Just a second.
It's what other people call having feelings, Byakuya. And all you can do is mock them for it. What's wrong with that?
Hey,
A friendly word of warning. Someday that attitude is going to come back and bite you. Hard.
I don't have time to play.
And I will happily elude its attempts. So, you know, how about we, eat? Maybe now's not a good time.
You know?
I know, yeah. Seriously, she decided to step up. Without a word, each of us left the dining hall. We headed back to our rooms one by one. This is getting dark. Woo. So what should I do today? Free time. Right, let's see who's around. She's not in her room, that's for sure. Not on that floor. Not on that floor. Nope. Oh, they're all on Hoth Peak's 4th floor. She's in the music room again. They're in the office. There is Sakura in the chem lab. And they're in the hallways. Let's go talk to Sakura. In the chem lab. With all those poisons and stuff and things.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure I'm ready to open it just yet. Maybe if you create the right opportunity. Should I hang out with Sakura for a while? Yeah, why not?
See.
Even if I don't feel like talking, you'll still stand by me? I still understand you, Makoto. Without saying a word, I stood by Sakura. Sakura and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Sakura a present? Why not? What should we give her? An everlasting bracelet, Max gloves, some glasses. Let's do the everlasting bracelet, you never know. A handcrafted item made with needle and thread. They say that once you put it on, it will never come off again. You didn't need to go to all this trouble for me. Does that mean she liked it? Apparently she liked it. I have plenty of time. I don't feel like just in here. I should go somewhere. We got nothing out of that at all. Which is interesting. I don't know why that happened. Oh, wait, hang on. Everybody's in the dormitory area. Kyoko still won't talk to me. What? Well, they won't die yet. This is free time. I guess we could go talk to Byakuya. Or go talk to Hina. Should we go see... Yeah, let's go see Hina.
Sorry.
Listen, I'm really sorry, but I kind of want to be on my own right now. I've got a lot I need to think about. Okay, I guess we can't talk to Hina then. Who should we hang around with? Any ideas, guys? Kyoko won't talk to us. I guess we haven't spoken to Byakuya in a while. Let's go talk to him. Never know, might be the last conversation we have with him. Ruby likes that thought too much. Sakura and Hina. Finally some action. Things are starting to become interesting.
What do you want?
Huh? I didn't see you standing there. Did you need something?
That's fine.
Fine, I don't want to letting you indulge in my attention. I hope you appreciate this. Spend some time with Byakuya. Byakuya and I grew a little closer today. In Project Zombie. If you insist, I suppose I can accept it. Does that mean you liked it?
So, in other words...
Just to be clear, being the ultimate affluent progeny is only one of my many talents. Some people think I rely on the caring protection of the Togami name. Huh? Is this a monologue or something? But I don't rely on my family. Rather, I am my family's savior. The Togami Corporation reaches across the world, true. But I will take us to even greater heights. It is expected of me, naturally. After all, even my own family has recognized the ultimate superiority. In other words, even among the Togami family, I am the chosen among the chosen. So much confidence.
Naturally.
And that confidence is justified, I assure you. It comes down to the battles I fought and won. Battles? I am personally worth over $4 billion, separate from my Togami family assets. How the heck did you make that much money?
In other words...
The stock market. I buy and sell shares and assets based on market trends, all within a single day.
Yes.
Surely even someone as simple-minded as you has heard of this technique. So he buys and sells stuff on the stock market, doing everything in a single day. That's called day trading. And you were able to make $4 billion doing that.
That's right.
Well, I first started doing it just to keep myself occupied, and before I knew it, there it was. It's really not a big deal. I'd say it's a super big deal. Wait, But our high school is even allowed to buy stocks and stuff?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I'm Byakuya Togami. Is that meant to be an explanation? $4 billion is nothing to the Togami Corporation, but for personal use, it's not bad. So now you must understand, right? I'm not merely the child of modern-day nobility. You know, Byakuya? Maybe we should start calling you the ultimate day trader. Oh, I don't do that anymore. It was too simple, so I got bored of it pretty quick. Jeez, do you realize how insulting that sounds to the rest of us? Of course, that's how I feel about anything I do. Frankly, life is too easy, and it's only natural for me to do whatever I want in this world. Man, he really is confident. We're like worlds apart. Galaxies apart. Your maximum number of skill points has increased. Hey, look at you go! Yeah, look at me go! Still reeling from Byakuya's story, I went back to my room. He's a Wall Street lizard. Pretty much. And it's night time again.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yeah, what he said. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Sorry, I get a little excited sometimes. Nighttime already. Tonight feels somehow uneasy. I still haven't settled things with Sakura. Everyone's in a terrible mood. I just hope nothing happens tonight. Which, of course, it probably will. Monokuma Theater! After I declined the offer to become a shrimp, the tech support lady just refused to drop the issue. Once the shrimp idea was dead, she came back and suggested I should become a crab instead. How much can one person love crustaceans? I said no, of course, and she shot back. Okay, then how about to make you extra special, you can be a crab that walks sideways and backwards. But how's that any better? I don't want to go sideways or backwards. I want to go forward. I heard her annoyed sigh on the other end of the line. Then she said, you just don't see the splendor of the crab. Haven't you ever heard the tale of the crab and the monkey? Of course I've heard it. I know all about it. But so what? The crab beats the monkey. But it's just some legend. Hardly relevant to our greed-obsessed modern society. Sure, monkeys still show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but not crabs. Monkey-themed clothes are sweeping the fashion world, but crab doesn't stand a chance, right? What I'm saying is, crabs have no place in today's light-speed world. Do your market research, lady. Which is why I chose the always popular bear image.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma.
And that is where Monokuma, that's another part of where Monokuma comes from, apparently. Doesn't seem that interesting after all, if I'm honest, but... I can't, honey, I'm recording for YouTube.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Another beautiful day, yay! I need to do something about Sakura. I better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time. Something's gonna happen, I'm pretty sure. Oh? Ah! Huh? Was that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Uh-oh, here it comes. Good job, guys, on the beer ride. Let's see what happened. We got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look! Hiro's fingers shook as he pointed.
Hina! Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina!
What?
Are you kidding?
She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. Why? What happened? Well, Toko and Hina, just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table and that led to a sneeze. Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. And look at that shapely collarbone, doesn't it just totally set you on fire?
Totally not adorable.
Anyway, you're totally not adorable, boys. Just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else I'll start cutting. And cutting and cutting and indulge myself for who knows how long. Okay then, let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, Hero, help me. Sure thing. Oh boy. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah. It really was just a scratch. But still, I was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know. Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile. What the hell happened? Hey, you know what the heck happened? Oh, we just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Reaction! Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura. At first, I tried to just ignore it. You let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just, without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
Serious?
A dozen punches is really without thinking? And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears, and just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was going to fly off its hinges. Adorable. Okay. And there she stood before us. Sakura? You're hurt. What happened? Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal. Makoto, Hero, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jack. Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault.
Damn.
To hurt Hina, damn you. Leave me alone, but hurt her? What is this?
How dare you?
What is this? I'm okay, really, it's just a scratch. Oh boy, somebody's gonna die, but I have no idea who or where.
Forgiveness. I can't forgive this.
I don't even have to say anything at this point. They're saying everything for me. Hero, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive this.
Why? Somebody save me. Hero nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later, what's going on? What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office taking Hero's spot in the room.
It would seem...
I gather something happened. Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura.
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line right here and now. Drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Wait, Sakura. Nina sprang into action, leaving the nurse office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Kyoko. Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
That's fine.
It's fine. Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter anymore. Then, do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words...
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected
such arrogance from you. Ooh. What? Because ultimately that means you don't trust me. No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted. Huh?
Anyway,
Anyway, it's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay, thank you. That issue we discussed doesn't matter. I want to talk to you about something else. What do you want to talk to me about?
Indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there.
So...
Where? Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess, but...
Shall we go?
Well then, shall we go? Okay, Zio, let's see. Sakura's a spy. Genocide Jill and Hina got into a fight, and Genocide Jill injured Hina. Sakura found out about it, went nuts. Hiro is running around like a scaredy cat thinking Sakura's going to kill him for no apparent reason. Kyoko finally decided to get past the issue of us not telling her about Sakura before Monokuma revealed the fact that she was the spy. And now Kyoko's walking away and leading us somewhere. I hurried to catch up to her. And every time I get led somewhere, I feel like she's going to try and kill me. And eventually we arrived. The dressing room. So, something else you mentioned?
Indeed.
That's right, it has to do with Alter Ego. But you said we didn't need Alter Ego anymore. I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs Alter Ego. He has business with us.
Right.
Alter Ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us. Alter Ego wants to ask us something? Alright. I'll bite. So Makoto and Kyoko made up? Yeah, kinda. Hello? Oh, it's just the two of you. Kyoko and Makoto? Kyoko's fingers grinded across the keyboard. Is two not enough? No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. What is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us? Oh yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
What? Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, "Why?" Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work. I don't want that.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everybody. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of this school, the only way I can help is if you connect me to this school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the Mastermind would find out about it, then they'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko?
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey.
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah.
Certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Kyoko, be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore, because if we take any more risks, the Mastermind really will notice it, but...
Makoto.
Let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But...
Hey.
He's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. He says he wants to fight alongside his friends.
Now,
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting or doing their best, could you look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't. I want to believe in myself. I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
listen.
And besides, there's one place where the Mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance cameras. A room without surveillance cameras. That's it, the secret room you told me about. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there. I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall. However, just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the Mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the Mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're right.
That's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I still think we need to
Correct.
try. Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko, in that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then...
So let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, alter ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop, stuffed it underneath my jacket. Huh? It tickles. Shh, you can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there's a bunch of different cables on one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there.
However...
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
It's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. Probably. Despair Hotel, that's what he's calling it.
Hey.
Hey, Makoto.
Why?
Are you sure the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go, and to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. I get it, she's acting. She was so forceful I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Oh, okay, I'm going.
Then.
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. Okay, first we have to find a network cable. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it! This is network cable, right? Now we just have to connect alter ego? I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected to the Ethernet cord with the cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please just wait a little longer. Just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends. Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore, that much was for sure. Ah, Kyoko.
What?
Yes? So we're just gonna
Why
split
is
up?
that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct? Should I hesitate or fumble for something, you say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about, like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done. It's true.
However...
But the way things are now, right now, there is no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we do?
So...
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now. Which is why alter ego.
Correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. It's our only option. Parted ways, and I headed back to my room. I'm kind of tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, I had completely dozed off. Huh? The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world.
Makoto.
Makoto, get out here. What's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Oh boy. Makoto. Kyoko. Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door and I hurried to look inside, and when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past. I happened to notice her through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond.
Huh?
So what should we do? What are we going to do?
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations. We're going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why? Feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? The chair?
In other words.
Either way, the door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in. Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please.
Come on, please, hurry. Okay, you two, stand back. I took a hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the doorknob turned. Sakura, I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... all I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Danganronpa.
Oh boy.
Huh?
And with that, Sakura is dead.
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead, checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room, and I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed.
For the glory of the Imperium!
And after I don't know how long, I got everyone.
What?
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed, I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura's murdered, and by someone in this very room. And with that, what, is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault.
It was one of you, Hiro Byakuya Toko. One of you killed Sakura. What?
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it. I know it. You know it? Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
In the office, I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
The Monokuma file.
That's right. It's the Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Huh? Huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again,
In
and
other words.
then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing was totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that. I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
Well done.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie. Before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry. I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway.
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay. Then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine. I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say. Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. None of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault.
One of you killed Sakura.
Welcome back, Tonki. Thank you for turning off your lurker field long enough for us to notice that you are still with us.
Hey, Twonky. Yes, you did forget. How dare you put politics before games? A shameful disparity. I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in danger just as much as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her, even if it means I have to use force. You're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway. Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro? Do you really object? You're gonna go that far? What can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided. Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know you feel, Hina, but you should just agree to his request. But
Hey,
if we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally. Who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen.
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
Listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Alright, here we go. Time to investigate. I'd better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. Time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Violent vomiting of blood. I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
So...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from the inside of the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in the mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this? Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then, through some special method, seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
Second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh.
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from the outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
However...
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There's no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words...
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they show up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words...
By that, I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see, this is a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. And you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, these are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities then. Then Kyoko, which of those 4 possibilities seems to be the most likely case.
True.
It's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can, for Sakura, if nothing else. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura is sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. She was poisoned. Glass shards on the floor have been added to the truth bullet section of the handbook. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. This looks like some kind of wrapper. Huh? That's? Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah. I mean, I gave it to her. It's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we got into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really liked them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavour. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far from where she died? There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how'd they get figures inside the bottles.
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle, huh? You know, when the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is the Monokuma version of that, a Monokuma bottle, if you will. Ah, interesting. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of the things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass which probably started out as a bottle. Twanky, you bad, bad man. And Cab678, welcome back, how you doing? Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. But how would the Monokuma bottle take her out? Sakura drew a last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she'd also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit in the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. She's poisoned as she vomited blood by the magazines. Yep. Oh, you're feeling extra generous with the beer right there. Yuki, however, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get to the door. The door opened. There is no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. You know, I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. What is it?
Hey.
You see that? What's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. Why does that matter? I can't say for sure yet. You're probably gonna want to take a note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Important clue, I'm not sure I see how. Protein drink, oh, because... The door doesn't have a lock, there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door hadn't opened was simply because the chair was shoved against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening, and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Rec room door has been added to the truth bullets. The same shelf of magazines. There's all different magazines here. Okay, it's not really... Wait a minute. Why is that open? Huh? The lock is open and there on the inside it's a handprint.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in there until the locked room was open, don't you think? and during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not possible. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Is there anything else?
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Ryuki took her hero. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure and without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me, she said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet with her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she was just wanting to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this never would have happened. Hina, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, and the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. They're 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, she died around 12 noon, so roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego?
However...
Congratulations those of you who have finished the beer ride. But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do that? Would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go to see her. Is that the truth? Well, till I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then
you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided to go. You'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with the 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Yep. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. There's Sayaka, there's Byakuya, Junko, Toko. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds... Huh? Who's there? Ah! The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay. Well...
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Togo slithered out into the hole.
What do you want?
Said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked you to meet with you. What?
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, you're pretty much. So you can tell me about it. I admit I did get the note. But I didn't go to see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Talking like she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. And with that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Yashihiro. I pressed the doorbell. After a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How did you know about that?
Could it be...
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have you special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She,
How about that?
She gave it to me in person. And she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually...
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
Don't look at me!
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. What a big goofy, with a big goofy smile on his face, pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something has fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back in his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out.
What?
Anyway, I kind of know that Ogre asked me to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me, before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Are you kidding me? No, it can't be that simple. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe we should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it has to come from the chem lab. So where should I start? I can't believe that Yashihiro did it. Surely not. But the evidence might point that way. I mean, it could be. Pushed the right way. Makoto, did you have your on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant was, yes sir, I understand. No, it wasn't. It was, yeah, I got it. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. More importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
In other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source the powder has been added to the truth section. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. Talking of footprints, there are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up the sketch of the room. For me.
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
Certainly
Dakota,
possible.
are they yours? No.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly do what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are really a really valuable clue. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labelled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the footprints, whoever it was only went on the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have to have been spilled right at the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor, but don't leave a footprint. Yeah. Let's see, what's in the shelf? There's all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found on the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labelled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section A. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle here that's labelled C9. Could someone have put it in here on accident? So on this shelf is... It looks like a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
Fine.
The world's of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say it. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labelled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labelled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section C. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, B has reagents, and C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from section A. But what concerns me is that in section A there was a bottle with a label from section C. What was in the bottle of poison from section C doing in section A? There's definitely something going on there. Chem lab shelf has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. The protein shake was... hang on. Chem A2. There's apparently nothing else of interest in the room. Do you have anything else to say?
I see.
I admit you have a good eye for spotting useful clues, but you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. Alright. Back to... the rec room.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Byakuya, they both claiming they didn't go to see her. It's all inconvenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. I think Kyoko said she'd found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new. Oh, look at that, they all hold different pieces.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Pawn, Knight, Bishop, Queen. Pawn, Knight, Bishop, Queen. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion, so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottles.
Hey.
Actually, there's one thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment.
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byaku is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I don't really know what this is about, but what choose to have? I'd better just better do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken ball pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
Then,
is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced,
in other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then...
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there is a chance I could have missed some here and there.
Then.
Okay, let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words...
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together. And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment. Something new, something new.
Hey.
Yeah, it's the pieces. I don't know what the balls have in common, and I don't understand the results of the experiment. Comparing the weight of the broken ball pieces to a completely intact Monokuma bottle, the broken pieces were clearly heavier. What does that mean?
So...
The results of our experiment and the correlation between the bottles put it all together, I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back the wrong way?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word had been written in bold, bloody letters, and it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message. But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure, and that's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes that makes me that much more suspicious. Yeah, I don't agree. I don't think it's Toko. At least I don't think even if it is, that is not conclusive evidence. There's blood stain from the magazine shelf. I can only assume the blood is Sakura's because it's strange. It's true. Quite that far from when she died. I got Sakura. She got super upset.
In other words,
this is an experiment in the correlation between each of the balls. Put it all together. I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. Well, there's one missing for a start. Look, pawn, rook, knight, bishop, queen. No, is that the king or the queen? That's the king. Where is the queen? There's a missing bottle.
why?
Why is Amber in here? Looks someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in the dust.
It's true.
Looks like someone's hiding here in the locker.
Hey. Indeed.
So it was 2 bottles, not 1 bottle. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered in Sakura's body.
Second.
Just staring off into space and going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there's still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. That's totally normal. Then, how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Her shoes.
Correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yep, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is a clue number 1. It's clue number 1 even. Yellow powder's been added to the truth bullet section. Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully. Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain. It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows? Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one. So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. I don't know who to suspect. At all.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping! Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake! Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial! You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Oh boy. It almost feels like I haven't had enough time. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and those of you watching on YouTube, is where episode 7 comes to an end. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to make a comment, please feel free to make a comment on the YouTube videos. Thank you very much for your time, and I will see you next time on episode 8, where we do the class trial and try and make some sort of sense out of all this crazy evidence. See you next time.